RedX review of epic proportions of Sonic Boom Knuckles with Ripcord Board. This figure's got everything that I was expecting out of this license. Everything. I wasn't expecting to go in with 12 points of articulation or 18 points of articulation. I wasn't. I wasn't looking to go in with loose joints, sloppy paint job, poorly sculpted details, and barely assembled figures. You know what I'm talking about. Jazzwares was full of that crap. I was looking to go in with a license that is pointed towards children. I was looking to go in for those kind of standards. I found it with Knuckles, and it happened by mistake. Y'all should know by now that this review was originally supposed to be a 3-set review. I was going to review both Sonic, Knuckles, and Dr. Eggman, the whole entire gimmick wave, in one review. That did not come into fruition. What makes this figure the best out of all of them, you're wondering? Well, it's simple. It's very simple. It comes in a few standards. Knuckles, first of all, it's got the most change out of any of the Sonic characters in the show. As of right now, from what I have seen. I haven't seen Shadow or any of those other characters yet. As far as I'm concerned, I could give a flip. But when it comes down to it, Knuckles is the one that got a complete makeover. The physique on him just blows away his original look. Knuckles is supposed to be the muscle of the group. This is what I think of Knuckles. Right there. Perfect. It's almost like it just came right out of my mind. I didn't make this design, but this is what I always thought of him as. What took so long? I'm hoping that this is staying for a long run. Even if Sonic Boom isn't a success. Even if Sonic Boom goes away. Even after the video game is all said and done. This is what Knuckles needs to be. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but Knuckles is not puny. Knuckles is this. This is Knuckles. And I've gone on about this for 5 minutes without even lifting the figure up to show you his details, his paint apps, his articulation, and all that. I could sum up the review right now and say this figure is worth the pickup. It really is. But what kind of review is that if I ended on that kind of term? So let's take a look at Knuckles finally. This figure just shouts perfection. This is what Tomy should have done with Sonic. Knuckles has got clean paint apps. He does not sport any wear. The joints on him are tight. His arms are not chipping. And the standard 5 points of articulation is all that I really need when it comes to these kind of figures. This is what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting 18 points of articulation, as I said before. This is what they were going with. This is what I saw coming. And this is the way that it's meant to be. This is Tomy. This is the kind of stuff that I've seen Tomy produce before. This is Tomy for the last time. I'm not looking at Jazzwares-esque here. I'm looking at Tomy being Tomy. And I love it. I love the fact that he's got fingers now rather than just the, this thumb and these conjoined fingers, I guess. I don't know what you call it. But even though he has changed, the best part about it is that he actually did carry on the trend that makes Knuckles Knuckles. He's still got the spikes on his knuckles. His shoes are pretty much the same as they've always been, with a little bit of a difference. But that's just for change. He's got everything else that you could possibly think of. He's still got the upside down crescent moon design. What more could you ask for? What more? I cannot. this figure's got it all. He really does. It's a great figure. Nonetheless, if this wasn't a part of this set right here, this figure alone is worth the purchase. But enough about the figure. Let's talk about this thing. The Ripcord Board. This thing right here, good points, bad points, it is what it is. It gets the job done. It's pretty much like the Ripcord wheel launcher for Sonic. And I can get him out of the picture now since you've pretty much got your size comparisons. Very show accurate, might I add. I love Tomy for doing that. Not a lot of toy companies would actually do that. Still, this thing, you could love it, you could hate it. It gets the job done, like I said. You pretty much got the Ripcord right here, which is just a different color. It's the same one as the one that came with Sonic, just a different color. You got your launcher. You put it in like so. And this is the only thing that I've got a problem with when it comes to this Ripcord launcher. This is how it inserts. How does this thing launch on the ground while you're trying to pull this thing out? How does that work? The only way that I can figure it out is that you take your hands and grasp the handle, and then you rip this thing out, and then you drop it on the ground and hope for the best. Like that. That's all I can think of. These things lose momentum once they hit the ground. Knuckles is a great figure. This thing is okay, but when you've got one peg on this thing, it's supposed to hold this figure on, just make sure that it actually fits the hole on his foot. As you can hear, that's cracking. That's cracking. I'm worried now that if I pull this figure off, he's going to take the peg with it. That peg is going to go with the foot. And I ain't never going to get it out. Never. And there will be no other way to get this figure on this board. I am very sure that this will go far. Had this been done on solid ground. Unfortunately, I've got carpet in this room, and these things do not run great on carpet. They don't. The Sonic one did. But the Knuckles one, I've already tried it before, and it was a massive failure on carpet. It has to be done on a wooden floor base or tile. I mean, that's it. I got nothing else to say about this. This set, it's good. It is good. It is really that damn good. It's a lot better than the Sonic one. This Knuckles figure just blows Sonic off the track. That is it. Nothing else to say about it. It's all said and done. This Knuckles figure, this whole entire set is well worth the purchase of the $12.99 price tag on Toys R Us online. I can't say anything else about it. I really wish I could have done all three figures. I really wish I could have done Eggman. I just hit a snag. But maybe it was meant to be that way. Because this figure overall is the one that makes me look at Tomy and say that there may be a chance now. There may absolutely be a chance that Tomy could pull off the unbelievable. Surprise me, Tomy. You've done pretty good so far. Starting with Knuckles, you've done pretty good so far. Surprise me. So that is it, guys. Questions, comments, leave them down below. And until we meet again, that's me, RedX, signing out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Even though he started out as Cybershark in Beast Wars Transmetals, he never had an appearance in the show. What really started the popularity of this character was when he was repainted into the toy line and into the cartoon series of Transformers Robots in Disguise, or you can better call it Car Robots over in Japan. Today, this has become among most of the fans as one of the great